Hey YouTubies, welcome to another episode of Mikey's World. And this thing behind me, that's what we're working on. And from what I've found out and done some research, this little tag up here, that says it's a 1979. And well, you can see the sticker. It says Yamaha down the side. You know, Yamaha, I don't know. That's what it says, that's what it is. So this thing has been sitting in the barn for last year, and I acquired this thing off a job that I was doing, and that job went south, and the owner had left this behind, honestly, and he's not coming back because the way things went, you know. So there is no title to this thing, and I'm pretty sure the guy I got it from didn't have a title anywho, so I won't have to contact that guy anyways to get the registration if we need it. But we're gonna try and see if we get this thing up and running, and maybe take her for a spin, or see what else we have to do to get this thing, because it's been sitting there for a year untouched, and we can definitely use it around the farm just to have a good time, you know, because that's what we're here for. Good times, not long times. So sit back, watch, and enjoy what we did to this thing, or do to this thing, I mean. Yeah. So here's our little battery that I had come across for our Yamaha, or, you know, however you say it, something like that. But something I didn't expect, I just figured, you know, it'd be ready to go. No, not at all. We got some electrical goodies. Here's the battery, all right? And then I was like, what is this little box in here? Danger, corrosive, what is happening? Then I came back over here and I seen this, and I was like, oh, directions, you know? So I need to take this little red hose, you know, and attach it to this little guy that says danger, danger, danger. All right, and we got to fill them up in all these little yellow things here after we take this little red thing off. Once we fill her up, we plug the caps. I assume this means wait 1 hour and then plug it in, charge it. Now, I have absolutely never in my life done anything like this before. So I'm winging it and I'm dinging it. All right, here we are. So I reread these like 10 times. Okay, I got this set up. I got the caps out. Grandpa got us the battery charger. So now we start doing the dumping stuff, but I'm gonna need 2 hands, and Grandpa's gonna be the camera guy. So the directions say we gotta be in between these levels, so that's what we're gonna aim for. And I don't even know if I can seize them, you know? Just do what we can. Oh, I see it. Watch right here, you'll see it start to go. You see it? Whoop. 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 It's really hard to see. But now we're right at the upper. So let's come back to the first one because I stopped that one early. Oops, I might have overdid that one. Oh yeah. So now we wait an hour, we come back and check these levels. This will be the time to hold us, to start us. 10:57. My time? It's up. I'm actually quite a bit late. But if we look here, I give this thing a little wiggle. You can see all them juices are still at the top. So to me, that means we're good. And I can figure out which one of these I need to plug into these to be able to put those on. I mean, that on, you know, the battery charger, because it's one, even though there's two plugs. I don't know what I'm saying, but really, I guess it's time to plug it in and wait the however many hours we got. It's a little confused, a little bit. But I just did process of elimination. I just opened all the packages, really. And I realized, well, can't get the battery charger on these ends here, but I could these. Those don't work. This one, you know, I thought, oh yeah, I could use this bag, and I opened it up, and well, the ground worked, so I could just put my clamp on the end of that bad boy and right in the wire there. This one, yeah, it didn't look very helpful, and I was also afraid of the fuse messing with it charging, you know. This one's got a little clippy dippy, so couldn't access that one without making something. So I kept looking. This one's got a fuse. This one's got the same thing. So what I did is I took the black one from this one, and then the red one from this one, because the red one's got the bullet side on both sides. So now I can just take my red and clamp it, and my black and clamp it, and let it do its charge light and stuff after I put this end in the thing. And I'm gonna, you know, I'm not for sure, but the battery, it says 6N4 dash blah blah blah. So you just go to 6N4 dot dot dot, and we're just gonna follow this chart here, and I'm just gonna go right in the middle at about 5 hours, and I'm gonna come back and check what the voltage is at 5 hours. Maybe I'll do an early one and check at 3. I'm not sure. So I feel like I got these as solid as I can and away from each other as far as I can. Let's just plug the magic in, see what it does. We're on the 6 volt setting, so that'll be nice. I can't tell if it's on or not. I can't really tell if this thing's on or not, because we usually only use it for 12 volt, and it usually hums and you can feel it when it's on 12 volt. So I'm just gonna let it be, and I'll come back and put a little meter on it here in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever I feel convenient, I guess. Okay, so we had to confirm. Grandpa found the meter that I couldn't find, because I guess my sunglasses are blocking everything. But what we did do is, you know, just, it's on, I think. So we went black to the red. Oh, I guess if you turn this on, it'll help.
Oh, that's on.
It was black screen.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's your angle.
Okay.
Wow. Here we go. 3, 6, 7.
There it is. See the volts? So it's pushing. So in reality, it was just the machine doesn't make as much noise when it's pushing half the voltage. So that's a good thing, I guess. It's working. Putting the juices right in the battery, and we'll be in no time, you know what I'm saying? We'll probably more like be like pop, 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 you know, but it doesn't sound as cool when you're making the noises yourself. The battery's charging, we know that, okay? But while it does that, I rolled the bike over yonder way so we can have some fun. Brought her from the shed. Well, it's not the shed, it's the barn, it's the storage place, you know. I don't know what you want to call it. It's a place where all the goodies are. But anyways, I brought her over here, and I did order a carburetor as well, right here. So we're just gonna change them out. And mostly because I really don't know what I'm doing here, and I've never taken one of these apart, so I don't want to ruin it. But we take it off, take the cables out here, the air filter off, and we reverse those steps, right? Put the new one on. And I know hopefully this doesn't take 3 hours, right? So we'll still be waiting for the battery. Phoebe's over there puking because she's eating all the grass. Did you feel better? Did you feel better? Yeah. I love you too. I love you too, girlie. Like I mentioned, I don't know much about this thing. You know, it was just dropped off here and I just left it be. I don't even have a key for it. We're gonna figure that out. But the good part is when you hit this, do you hear that? She turns over. So I think we got some luck on our side. All right, well, you know, I absolutely don't know what I'm doing. But I just take a piece off at a time, you know? Oh, well, that's not good. I'm glad I bought a new one. The little feline stuck in the hose. You guys see that? What? Yeah, deal with that in a minute. Now it looks like this is the only thing left. Oh, whoa, whoa, what is happening? Wow, it is dirty. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but wow, yeah, that would have definitely needed a cleaning. Okay, well, I may have made a mountain out of a molehill there, but I got it off, you know, really, that was the main goal. So I guess now we take this new carburetor apart, which is really scary to me. Oh boy. Oh boy. So this one was the choke. He's gotta feed her through there. Little bit update here. So I was having an issue with the cable not going through these long arms here. So I grabbed the old lid off the old carburetor and the new lid, and I chopped a little section of pipe out there, as you see. So now this will sneak down in there, maybe, probably not. And then we can get the old cap put on this new carburetor, just like so, and we'll be a-okay. So I got a slight dilemma, alright? So my dilemma is the head that was on the end of the throttle cable here, well, it was too big. It wasn't going in that hole. So I snipped it. I said, see you later, alligator. So now I can shove this through the hole right here. And I'll make a new little head. That'll go in here just like this clear plastic. But I did get the carburetor on. The fuel hose is just chilling there. I got the oil line hooked up back there. Put a little cable tie on it. I still gotta cut the tail off. But I need to go to the part store to be able to get some of that little quick steel stuff or the JB Weld little metal stuff that, you know, so I can make a little ball, stick on the end. And then I think we'll be okay. Long drive, okay? But this is what I ended up with. Hopefully it'll work. So essentially, I made some homemade vice grips here because we don't have much cable to deal with here. And the vice grips I have are big. Even the little ones would take up too much space. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna mix me up some of this stuff. Stick her in this line wherever it is. Right there. Stick some in there. Stick this cable in there and mash it around it. Clean up the goop around the edges so it'll slide up and down in the carburetor, you know, like so. So we cut a small chunk off, started mixing it up, and I mean, you know, probably way too much. But I said mix it till it's one color, and I still see little light gray streaks, so we'll keep mixing here. It looks solid enough for me. What about you? Okay, sounds good. Alright, so I'm gonna stuff it in there like that for now. Go get the cable. Put the cable through it. Alright, YouTubies. So, we got some noise in the background. But this is what we ended up with. You know, we just made a little mess of it down there. And I scraped off the edges here with my knife so it's nice and smooth. So now it says on the directions that it'll cure in 1 hour. So that sounds like to me in 1 hour or so, we'll be trying to fire this thing up. So about 6 o'clock, it'll be go time. Almost exactly on an hour here. And she looks pretty good. If I scratch it here, she doesn't really, it's not gummy. It's pretty solid. Give her a tug test here. Oh man, that's actually pretty good. That held on real tight. So let's get rid of our homemade vice grip here. And then now we gotta get this spring in between there. Oi, that's tight. Well, yeah, gosh dang, man. That was a pain, but it's on there. And I just like, this is the old one. But I just like, you know, just did that type of number, screwed her on, till she was in there. So now we can drop this puppy in here, in the holes here, put our screw back in, put some gas in the tank, flip the switch, and start kicking. I got it back together, and well, gosh dang, I gave her a test and the cable came out. Oh man. So now I gotta redo it, or maybe think about just finding a new one. So I don't know. So here is my, I'm a little frustrated. I want it to work right now fix. So what I did is just grab the little plastic thing that came with the carburetor to hold all the needle and stuff in there. I'm just gonna use that as my throttle cable for now. Cause I wanna honestly just know if this thing will run mostly. And then if it does work, I'll find a throttle cable later. But for today, we need to get it going. I wanna hear the thing make noise. Got the vacuum plugged off. We got the fuel line installed. The old throttle cable tied up out the way. So it looks like about the only thing left to do is give her some battery power and some gas up in this tank. And we start kicking. So let's do it. Made a mess getting some gas in it. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's in there. The battery in. Had to hunt down my own little bolt, but found a nice little Phillips head one and plugged in the battery. Looks like the fill filter is filling up with some fuel. So let's see what happens when I start kicking this thing. Oh, I forgot to show this on camera, but I did take the key out. And there was just 2 nuts down here that I don't know if you could see. And then this whole thing came off, and then there was 2 screws for the whole ignition switch to come out. And then I just took the ignition switch apart, and this little key lock thing came right out. But I did spit one of them springs out, so she's definitely no good now. But if this thing runs, all we need is a key and a throttle cable. So I can figure that out. No problem. Seat down. Use our little key here. I don't see any lights turn on. So let's see. Well, the horn's on, so we know we got juice. Give her a kick.
So all them times you kicked it, it must have been off, huh?
I don't know. Looks like we got a spark here. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, there it goes, dude.
There it is.
Oh, that little weed whacker. Yeah, dude.
Boom, baby. Do you hear that?
Oh, that's cool.
We did it. She runs. I definitely think I messed up the ignition switch somehow, but we got power to it. So let's see. You know, maybe now it's time to put the wheels down, or air in the wheels, and then try and ride her. That was awesome.
That's really cool.
Check this out. That's a pretty loud horn.
Yeah.
Give her some juice. Think that's on. Think that's on. Let's give her some, huh? Oh! Come on, little buddy. Check out my throttle cable. That's because I ruined the original. But I think we're ready to ride. Oh yeah, she got some beans. Torque than I thought. Oh, don't hit the burn! Too many beans! Man, this thing for going so slow is gonna be a blast.
I bet you the road around the barn's pretty clear.
You think?
Of goat heads, yeah, I think so. Let's take the dirt trail.
And the speedo's working, saying I'm doing 15.
Oh, that thing's fun.
Who else wants to ride? This thing's too fun. Oh man. Moose said, "Who's here?" Well, Grandpa's gonna give her a try. Careful, that throttle's sketchy under your sack there.
Yeah, I bet.
Heck yeah! Woo! Grandpa getting some. Big dude on a tiny bike. Yeah, that is awesome. A little jerry rigging, a little bit of parts. Oh, that is awesome. Who knew a moped would be this frickin' fun, man? Like, it's only 15-20 miles an hour, but it feels like more. Here we have it. 1979 Yamaha. And that's exactly how she sounds when she runs. Down when you got her wide open. You hear? Now she's probably needing some tuning. You know, sounds like she's bogging down. Maybe flooded, maybe lean. We'll have to look into that. But for right now, she runs, she drives, and we're just gonna enjoy it for the night. We got this puppy running today. Makes me feel good, you know, because it's just been sitting in the barn back there, abandoned for the last over a year. So now we got something to enjoy, play with around the farm until I can maybe figure out the title paperwork and stuff. So that'll be cool. Maybe we get it registered and actually start driving it on the road. But that's gonna be it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed us goofing off and playing around. So give me a good like, subscribe, and comment, you know. Tell me what you liked or what you'd like to see more of this thing. Because we definitely got some tuning to do and some more riding and see what we can do. How fast can we get this? Put some keys in it and stuff. So, yep. We're here for a good time, not a long time. I thank you guys for watching.